Thank you, Kevin. So, I'm very happy to see you, or everybody in this community call. So, as we discussed it in last community call, right? We are going to launch three exchanges, and we have already listed in xt.com as well as Probit. So, as a third exchange, what I said is like a L Bank. Just before Kevin said, it is a L Bank. So, day after tomorrow, on 8th of this month, we're happy to announce that, right? We are about to list on L Bank on 8th of this month. So when it comes to I just want to give a little bit background about L Bank. And L Bank is based out on Dubai, and it is having its users around like Turkey, Dubai, Africa, and India, and it is having like around like 7 million active users. So we are very happy to announce that our listing with L Banks. So when it comes to this white paper, right? I think most of you guys have seen this white paper. So although right, this is just a second version, and pretty much a few things, right, we have been not conveyed fully. But right, on going forward, I want to make sure. I'm just about to say that the things which are a few things, small things which are missed, right? We'll be keep on adding. We'll be keep on working out on that, and we'll be keep on adding the few other details which are missed on these white paper. So specifically what I want to talk on the white paper is regarding this service economy and asset mining. So when it comes to service economy, I think we have already discussed it. We had pretty much a good context about this service economy and how it's going to be. So I hope many of you gone through the details in detail, like how it's going to be, and what is a unit of work, and what is a unit of work, and how the work is measured on all the details, and how user can able to earn without having any assets, and how people can able to earn in these metaverse, all the stuff. So if somebody is not gone through that, please go through that. And when it comes to these asset mining also we have given, except this formula and the logic, right? We have given the pretty much detailed thing and how this asset mining is going to be. So I would like to share a few more details, which is there on the white paper only. So when it comes to asset mining, how this asset mining works is like, right? In order to somebody to mine the asset, right? First of all, he need to, for example, if I want to mine a well, I need to have a well. Plus, I need to stake. I need to log some of my CBX, as well as I need to burn some of my extracts as well as the CBX, and I need to spend some working hours on that. For example, imagine in order to mine a well, I said we need to work 480 hours. So that right, that you need to work you need to work for that time 480 hours. When you segregate that work around more workers, right, that work time will be overall working time will be reduced. The reduced matlab if one people is working, it is 480, and two people is working, right, it will come down to 240 hours. So that is how it's going to be, and the pretty much detailed formula, right, we will be releasing in the next version. So Kevin, we can able to go through the questions.
All right, so we've had a lot of questions come in, and thank you everyone for being so enthusiastic and participating for this. So from these, we've only selected the most common questions that were on everyone. So these are just the top questions from those, and we can get started with this. So the first question is regarding TRX in the existing economy. This is by SKids. The question is, are you going to maintain the TRX markets after all assets are moved to CBX?
So we are going to maintain a single market, which is like a TRX and USDT. So all the markets is going. So we don't have any plans to maintain TRX markets once everything is moved to CBX. But one thing is clear that we want to bring a USDT markets. So it will be there will be no TRX. It will be only CBX markets as well as the USDT markets.
Okay, so the next, let's move to the next question. When will asset tokenization and asset mining be implemented? After asset tokenization, will the assets be listed outside CropBytes? This is by UK Krypton.
Yeah, actually, we have a plans to do this tokenization, which is planned in this quarter, right? But because of a few things and because of these scaling issues, right, this it was not went smooth actually. But ideally, the plan is to like tokenize so that right these tokens can be moved in or in and outside of these CropBytes. So at this moment, right, we as you know, like we are focusing mainly on these mm, bug fixes as well as like scaling. So after that, right, we have made these a few features like we have already developed a few features like phishing and etc. But right, we have not deployed just because right we just want to make sure that right our systems. So I mean we just want to scale these systems first because if you see these current systems right which we have built like 4 years back. Imagine like it's a small box and we are putting like load on that small box in term of, for example, if a load is a feature right we are putting many features in the small box. So at one point of a time right the box need to be bigger. So that is what we are doing that right now we are making our box bigger so that right we can able to accommodate like more features. At the same time right we can't able to push these new features on the same box because right we will be facing if you do that right we will be facing these recurring issues which you are seeing now. So the plan is like even though this phishing multiplayer game that it was developed and testing has been completed, but just we want to scale we want to scale this to a big architecture. So on that architecture right we will be deploying a more new features. We're just waiting for the time it. So regarding this asset mining, sorry, this tokenization of assets is also part of that. I mean, although right, our plan and execution, everything has been completed, but we are not doing that because our top priority is to scale up this existing system first.
All right. So let's move to the next question, and this one is by Juan. So the question is, can you give some specific security measures that CropBytes is taking to prevent hacks like Axie Infinity? Are bridges to other cryptos still planned? And will we add security to the bridges?
So, like, first of all, right, when it comes to these hacks infinity, there is no details like how these hacks has happened. It's not. I don't think it is specific to crypto bridges. So, like, but right when it comes to bridges, right, as I said, right, like the bridging of to other network feature also we have completed as a part of our Q1 2022 roadmap, but we have not deployed actually. When it comes to security measures, what we are taking. So we are, I mean, we are taking, I mean, although like if you guys knows, like a few 2 weeks back, right, there is an attempt of a hack, there is an attempt of hack also on CB, but because of the security measures, what we are taken, right, so even though they can't able to hack right we have kept all the funds secure, not even a single penny has been lost from these ecosystem. So one thing in a simple words I want to say like right we don't even though right we are not running so fast, but we are we just want to walk and we want to make sure that we will be reaching our destination. So that we want to give a top priority to security actually. Like even though like we don't mind like running fast, we will be walking, we will be running slow only, but right we want to make sure that everything is going, I mean there will be no hacks like this kind. And one more thing I can say like these kind, I mean I'm not talking about a particular Axie Infinity, the one what we have seen back in 2019, right? So like we as we I mean most of you guys know that we have started our game operations in 2018, which is a bull market. But what happened in 2019 bear market, right? Many of the crypto games closed their operations actually. Like almost like 95% of the crypto games closed their operations. But when they exit, right? When they want to close their operations, they simply says that right we got hacked. So most of the games right they want to put this as an excuse actually. So why I'm saying this, right, like at the moment right we are in bear cycle and it may this bear cycle may go long. So what I have seen in back in 2019 right has been repeating at the moment nowadays, right. I can see like a few of smaller games are also doing applying the same strategy like how the strategy is applied in back in 2019. So I'm thinking, so like I just want you guys to be cautious. Don't fall in any of our traps. Like you guys can see these kind of hack announcements very frequently from various people. And and one more thing, one more time I want to make sure that I'm not talking about Axie Infinity. Yeah.
All right, so let's move to our next question. This is from Crypto Ties. When do we get a use case for the islands and gold coins, wild goat and sparkle?
So actually, right, you when it is these islands and gold minings, right? Earlier we have been mining without any input or something. Actual plan is to mine this in the form of a work actually. So that is also linked something with these like a work kind of a model, like a service economy model. So, but right along with that, right, I'm hoping that this also will be going out actually.
Okay, and let's move to the next one. This is by Kenzuki. After we implement the worker system, are those workers, where do those workers come from? Can the farm owner set their farm as private if they don't want to hire any worker?
Yeah, actually, it works. I mean, work. So owner can able to post like in a job, and that can be selected by the interested people. So it works like that. So there will be like work posting dashboard and work accepting dashboard. So at the same time, right, we want to bring something feature, some feature like rating of the worker. For example, right, based on his past works, right, you can able to see his rating. And while you posting the job, right, you can able to put something like these out of 5 stars, only my work should be acceptable only the people who is having more than above 4.5 rating, something like that. And no point, right, unless and until you post some work on the dashboard, right, no people will be coming randomly into your form and working without your permission. Yeah, Kevin.
Yes, all right. So let's move to the next one. This question is by Julia White. A question is, launching projects in a bull run is much profitable than during a bear cycle. In a bear cycle, most of the projects have failed and sometimes they've gone into oblivion. So how would CropBytes stand the test of these times, and what strategies do the project employ to migrate like possible losses, to mitigate possible losses? Sorry.
Yeah. So that's a good question. I mean, regarding the same thing, right? I'm just talking a few minutes before. So what happens in the bear cycle, right? Like it's not so. I mean, what you have asked is also correct. So when it comes to this answer, right? Like it's not new to us because right, we have seen the bear market. We are one of very few games which survived in 2019 bear market. And when in 2019 bear market, right, we are in a defensive mode. But in this bear market, right, like we are no more into a defensive. And I mean, the main objective of the CropBytes is like we should be growing irrespective of bull and bear cycles and irrespective of a Bitcoin price ups and downs. That is what our focus is on. So, right, I don't think this bear market is going to affect us in any way. And when it comes to strategies, right, like the features what we have, what we are about to implement is like or like innovative features actually, which no one has been tried till now. So we have we have a lot of confidence that right, these features will be keeping us up. And when if you see like last year, there is like a 2 months of bear cycle around like May and June. And at the same time, right, we started growing in this temporary bear cycle. So we are not afraid of a bear cycle. And one more thing I want to say, like our goal is to grow with respect of bull and bear cycles. This bear cycle or Bitcoin price should not define our growth. Actually, we should be going against to that.
Oh, okay. So let's move to question number 7. This is by Cap Cosmos. The question is that he has the CropBytes will be developing the CBX mining model using extract conversion. So his question is that why have we decided to go with the same model for extracts, as more extracts will be needed to mine CBX? And in addition to this, will there be other ways to obtain CBX passively?
So when it comes to mining model, right, that is based on this economy model and economy layer, right, we have designed in this pattern. And so as of extra, how many so okay, when they are asking a question about like a passively, right, so there is no other way except this mining model where people can able to mine these CBX. When it comes to other passive ways, right, also it's just like from the marketing pool what we have allocated some of our allocation for these marketing activities, like events and all those stuff. So I can say that is the only way, right, others can able to earn some passive CBX just to these marketing, just like events, and which events which may be in game or outside of the game in the social sites. So events what we conduct, so from there only people can able to earn passive. There is nothing has been allocated much when it in the game.
All right. So the next one is from S Kids. His question is on the updated white paper. We've introduced a new type of player roles, that is the farm workers. Can you explain more about this and what the plan looks like? Is it like the scholars plan, like you to hire farmers to do jobs in the farm?
Yeah, of course, it is pretty much like scholars. I mean, it's just almost just like it seems it's a scholar plan only. But there, right, the what here, right, everything will be defined as like a unit of a work. And when it comes to wages, right, that can be decided that the wages will be decided on the mutual understanding between a owner and worker. So for example, how can I say, like if I have some, if suppose is there is some work on my farm which is to like grow and harvest a 10 corn crop, so I will be posting some x amount of wage for that job. And if worker would like to do that job with price where what I have posted, right? If somebody like would win, they will be accepting the work. But if somebody is paying more than me for the same unit of work, right, he can able worker may able to select that. That is, worker is having that kind of a choice. So when if once the worker accepted this work, so worker will be doing these all the activities in the game, and once he successfully completed this work, right, then he will be getting his wage amount crediting into his account. At the same time, right, once after this, right, the owner need to give a rating for this work. And if somebody is not doing or not finishing a work, or somebody is doing like incomplete work, right, they will be getting like wage. They will be a cut down in the wage actually. And same time, right, like farm owner can able to give the lower rating, so that, right, we can able to see with the form of these overall rating system, right, one can able to see the productivity of the worker.
Okay, so let's move to the next one. This is also related to this current question, is that in asset mining, what is the work unit mean? And can you give an example of it? This is by CJ.
Yeah. So here asset mining also, like how we have like mini games in these cropping and everything, right? Similarly, the asset mining is also, there will be like two types of mini games. When it comes to animal, there will be one kind of a mini game, and for all the other assets like a lands, wind, wells, turbines, right, there is some other kind of a mini game. So which is like a strategy mini game. We need to solve that puzzle actually. So that is considered as a unit of work. It's that simple. Either you play or you hire somebody to play that. I mean, in the technical words, we can say like you work or hire somebody to work for that.
All right. So let's move to the 10th question. So that's CBX burn, what is happening with the CBX used to mint assets? Is it really burn?
So CBX use it to mint assets. So now at the moment, the staking event is going on, and we have announced that, right, that CBX, which I mean the guys who got these assets, right, we will be collecting some CBX from them. That CBX also will be burned actually. Not only this form, and there are like. Like on the CBX unlock program, we are in third month, and first 2 months are also there is like nobody has fully unlocked the CBX, so there is some amount to be burned from that side also. So we will be burning all these CBX and once in every quarter. So once after this third month unlock, right, we will be unlocking, we will be burning all these CBX. Which has been not unlocked in this CBX unlock, as well as like CBX use it to mint these assets, as well as these assets and everything, right? All together will be burning at once in every 3 months.
Okay, so I guess that's it for the 10 questions. We have an extra question that we found was really good, so we'll be taking that as well. This is by Marasuke. So his question is, CBX is endless and can be burned. So there will be no CBX someday. How come the CropBytes economy will be endless? And what is the plan after all CBX is mined?
So that's really a good question. This is what I'm talking about regarding the white paper. There are like a few few elements like this, right, will be missing, which we'll be covering up. When it comes to this question, right, it's not like endless burn. And for example, right, it is like the total supply of CBX is 500 million. And at one point, right, we will be stop burning the CBX. For example, in order to burn an asset, in order to mint an asset, if you say like you need to burn X number of extracts plus X number of CBX, and when these threshold, when these CBX burn has hit the threshold point, for example, right, we just want to burn only 400 million, and we just want to have like 100 million of CBX as like a permanent supply. At that time, right, what will be happening when we hit this threshold point? Instead of burning X number of CBX and X number of extracts in order to mint an asset, we will be using that 2x number of extracts only. We will burn only 2x number of extracts only to mint the new asset, but not CBX once we hit this threshold point. So that is how it's going to be.
All right. So I guess that's it for our AMA today on the white paper. We hope all of you guys have your doubts cleared and all the questions have been answered. There will be a transcript for this that will be posted on.
One more thing, Kevin. Just I want to give update about this ongoing bugs actually. So as we discussed on last call, right, we are trying to fix these. We have two plans. One is to fix these existing box, which is a temporary fix, so that, right, we can parallelly work on a big box. The big box means like big architecture which is a permanent solution for all these issues. So on last call, as per our discussion, I mean, we have announced that, right, we have temporarily fixed these. We have temporarily patched a temporary solution to fix these bugs, but unfortunately, right, the system did not work, and last 2 days back we have seen another issue actually. So developers are working on that, right. The estimated time in next 2 or 3 days, right, you can see that our permanent solution for these bug fixes as a temporary solution. So for that, and two more things the developers is working on. For example, right now we can able to now some people has having issues like missing crops or structured grindings and everything. So for this, what we are doing, in case if some crops has been missed, right, within every 15 minutes we are running a script which will be automatically checking all these. For which user and what got missed, and it will be crediting these all the missed extracts or goods once in every 15 minutes. So user no need to wait for a days, or no need to email support also. In case if something is missed from his account, it will be automatically credited in 15 minutes. So on the system we are going to work, and the second thing is like similarly we have, if somebody is automatic unfortunately exceeding the limits on the withdrawals, so once they exceeds the limit, right, they need to send an email to support to unlock their funds, so that right they can able to put a fresh withdrawal request. So this is unfortunately right, all this time is taking I mean all these process, right, taking a too long time actually. For example, estimation like a 2 weeks. So in order to resolve that, right, for this also we are just going to run a script like so this script, right, ensures that right, whose funds is locked because of the exceeding withdrawals limit, right, will be unlocked in 24 hours even without emailing to the support, so that right we can able to I mean we can able to see make these our all the user operations hassle free. Although right, this is a temporary fix, but in a new system, right, we or all the systems will be functioning like earlier, like without any hassle-free operations. But unfortunately, until we fix the new system, right, we are making this as a temporary fix. So this is what, and for these things, right, we are estimating in like 3-4 days, right, we will be finishing these two things, so that right, it will be reducing some time for support, as well as right, it's not required every time for user to email support for their missed extracts or unlocked funds. Thank you.
All right. So thanks everyone for joining today. We'll be closing the call for now. The transcript for this will be posted on our Telegram and Discord community as well. Also, to the people who have asked questions and have selected at the top 10 questions. So congratulations, you will be getting some rewards as well for that. All right, then. Thanks everyone, and let's meet up again on the next call.
Thank you guys. Thank you for joining. Thank you. Bye.